Early morning light creeps quietly into the dorm room, soft and pale, filtering through thin curtains. Outside, bed chirps faintly, their sounds distant and almost indifferent to what was unfolding inside. Some of the girls were still asleep, sprawling across their beds in different positions, some covered, some not. The room carried that heavy silence that comes after a long night. But Amara was awake. She lay on her bed, eyes open, blank, not moving, not blinking much, just staring. Beside her, Zainab sat, watching her closely, worry written all over her face. She leaned in slightly, her voice soft, almost careful. Amara, no response. Her worries deepen. She reached out and gently shakes her. Babe, talk to me now. Slowly, very slowly, Amara turns her head, her eyes still dull, empty in a way that didn't feel normal. Her lips parted slightly, her throat dry as she spoke. What happened? Zainab hesitated, and that hesitation spoke louder than words could ever. You drank too much, she said finally. Amara frowned immediately, confusion knitting her brows together. She searched her memories, trying to piece things together. No, I didn't. There was a pause. Her voice returned, but this time it shook. I I remember dancing. Then outside, her breath began to change, uneven, uncertain. She turned her gaze sharply to Zainab. Zainab, who took me outside? Zainab looked away. David carried you. Amara's eyes narrowed slightly. Carried me where? Silent. Then suddenly, Amara pushed herself up, sitting upright, her tone sharper now. Zainab. Zainab reacted quickly, almost defensive. You were not okay. We just wanted to help you. Amara caught that word instantly. We? It landed heavy between her. Zainab not saying anything. Across the room, two girls sat together, whispering to each other, pretending not to look, but clearly watching. That's her, one of them whispered. The one from yesterday, the other one replied. I heard she collapsed. Collapsed, ke? They said something else even happened. They giggled. Amara heard them. Her chest tightened. Her voice dropped low as she turned back to Zainab. What are they saying? Ignore them, Zainab said quickly. But Amara patiently snapped. What are they saying? Zainab grabbed her hands, trying to steady her. Amara, please, just calm down. But Amara pulled her hands away. By break time, the school field was alive. Cluster of students filled the space, talking, laughing, but underneath it all, whispers spread like wildfire. Amara and Zainab walked through the field together, and everywhere they passed, eyes followed them. Now she be that girl, one student whispered loudly. Which one? Another asked. The one that they carry go outside yesterday. Eh, whoa, seriously? Someone else gasped. I heard Sina David and his guys. Shh, she's coming. As Amara walked past them, silence dropped instantly. But the moment she passed, the whispers resumed. Amara stopped walking. I'm not mad, she said, her voice steady but firm. I can hear all of you. Silence fell again. Nobody spoke. Zainab grabbed her gently. Leave it, she said under her breath, but Amara shook her head. Her eyes were already wet. Later, under a quiet tree, away from the noise, away from the crowd, it was just the two of them. Amara faced Zainab. Tell me the truth. Zainab began pacing restlessly, her movements uneasy. Nothing happened. Stop lying, Amara said. Silence fell between them again. Amara's voice broke this time. My body feels wrong. That statement hits hard. Zainab's face changed instantly. Guilt, heavy, obvious. Her voice softened. You were not fully conscious. Amara froze, meaning Zainab couldn't look at her. I went to look for you. You were already outside. With who? David. There was a pause, a long one. Amara's voice dropped, barely there. And Zainab swallowed hard. You were on the ground. Amara's leg weakened between her. She slowly sank down. On the ground? Doing what? Zainab said nothing, and in the silence, Amara understood. Slowly, painfully, her lips moved, barely a whisper. No. By the time they returned to the dorm room after school, the atmosphere has changed completely. It was no longer quiet, it was alive with gossip. Girls gathered in group, sitting on beds and floor, snacks in hand, fully settled into the drama. I'm telling you, that girl no pure, Bimbo said confidently. But she was looking innocent though, Kimi replied. Nah, those ones they do pass, another girl added. Laughter filled the room. Imagine coming first week and you're already going for 9 rounds, someone else said, and the gossip went on. The room was quiet but not peaceful. Girls sat in small groups pretending to mind their business, but their eyes and ears were alert. Bimbo watched Tara closely, a faint smile playing on her lips. You never talk, Bimbo said. Tara didn't move much. Talk waiting. Bimbo leaned in slightly. You don't think something happened? Tara gave a small shrug, her face unreadable. Then she spoke, her tone cold and dismissive. If you carry yourself go party, anything wey you see, take am like that. A few girls nodded quietly, as if that settled everything. Then the door opened. The sound alone shifted the room. Amara walked in slowly. Zainab followed just behind her. Silence fell instantly. Heavy, thick, uncomfortable. One of the girls forced a smile. Welcome, but nobody meant it. Amara didn't respond. She simply walked towards her bed. Slowly, tired, like every step weighed her down. Bimbo's voice cut through the silence. Some people don't start fast. A few girls laughed under their breath. Amara stopped, then she turned. Her eyes were red. Say it to my face. The room tightened. Bimbo leaned back slightly. I didn't call your name, but you meant me. A pause. Kemi's voice slipped in quietly, almost amused. If the shoes fit. Amara stepped forward. Zainab quickly grabbed her hands. Leave it. Amara didn't look away from Bimbo. You don't know anything. Bimbo folded her hands. Then tell us. Silence. Amara opened her mouth, but nothing came out. She had no words. Then Tara slowly stood. She walked towards Amara, calm, controlled. Then she got close. Her voice dropped, soft but dangerous. Or maybe you don't remember. The words landed deep. Amara froze, staring at her. What do you mean? Tara leaned in slightly, her lips close to Amara's ear. Some things are better forgotten. Then she pulled away and walked like nothing had happened. Amara stood there, shaking. That night, the dorm was quiet. Most of the girls were asleep. Amara lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, her eyes wide open in the dark. Zainab lay beside her, awake too. After a long silence, Amara spoke. Do you think I'm pregnant? The question hung in the air. Zainab turned slightly. Don't say that. Answer me, Amara said. Zainab exhaled slowly. I don't know. Amara closed her eyes. Tears slipped down the side of her face. I hate this place, she whispered. Zainab turned fully towards her. We'll fix it. Amara let out a bitter laugh. How? Zainab had no answer. Weeks passed and things changed. Everywhere Amara went, whispers followed. She has changed. She's hiding something. Check the way she's moving. Girls watched her more closely now. How she walked, how she sat, how she carried herself. Amara became quieter, withdrawn. Zainab stayed close, trying not to let her face it all alone. But Tara was always watching, from a distance, calm, patient. One day in the bathroom, everything broke. Amara stood alone, counting under her breath. Her fingers trembled. Her voice slowly shifted from confusion to fear. No, no, no. The door opened suddenly. Zainab walked in. What? Amara turned to her, her eyes wide with terror. It's late. Silence. Zainab understood immediately. Her voice dropped. How many weeks? Amara shook her head, tears spilling freely now. I don't know. Zainab grabbed her shoulder. Okay, don't panic. But her face betrayed her. She was panicking too. The same night, the whispers grew louder, no longer careful, no longer hidden. I swear, her stomach is somehow. I think she's pregnant. God forbid. But it's possible. Kemi scoffed. In this school. Mado. Bimbo added, if it's true, she's finished. Across the room, Tara sat quietly, listening to every word. A slow smile spread on her face. Now it begins, she whispered under her breath. The next day, Amara sat in an empty class. The silence felt heavier than ever. She stared ahead, lost, drained. Then a shadow appeared at the door. Mrs. Adeyemi stood there, watching her. Amara, come with me. Amara looked up instantly, fear flashing across her face. Did I do something wrong? The teacher's expression didn't change, just calm. Slowly, Amara stood up and followed her out. In the corridor, someone was watching. Tara. Their eyes met. Tara smiled. Game over, she whispered. The staff corridor was unusually quiet, a sharp contrast to the noisy student area. Amara walked behind Mrs. Adeyemi. Her steps sounded louder than they should, each step echoing against the wall and making her more uneasy. Ma, did I do something? She asked nervously. Mrs. Adeyemi didn't respond. She kept quiet while walking. They reached a small office. Mrs. Adeyemi opened the door and stepped inside. Sit. Amara obeyed slowly, lowering herself into the chair. Her hands were already shaking. Mrs. Adeyemi stood there, studying her. Long, too long. How are you feeling? She asked. Amara blinked, confused. I'm fine, ma. Mrs. Adeyemi tilted her head slightly. Are you? Silence. Amara looked down. Yes, ma. There was a pause. Then Mrs. Adeyemi leaned forward. Your name has been moving around the school. The words landed heavily. I didn't do anything, Amara said quickly. I didn't say you did. Silence again. Heavy. But something happened to you. Amara slowly lifted her eyes. Ma, I don't remember everything. Mrs. Adeyemi nodded slowly like she already knew. That's usually how it happens. Amara froze. What do you mean? Mrs. Adeyemi leaned back, calm and controlled. Girls go out. They drink. They trust the wrong people. Then they come back with stories they can't complete. Amara gripped her skirt tightly. Something is wrong with me, she whispered. Mrs. Adeyemi watches her closely. What kind of wrong? Amara hesitated, fear forming. My body has changed. Silence filled the room. Mrs. Adeyemi's expression hardened slightly. How long? I don't know. Mrs. Adeyemi stood up, walked to the door and locked it. Amara's eyes widened. At the same time, the dorm room was alive with gossip. Girls sat in groups, eating groundnuts and sipping gari, fully settled into discussion mode. I'm telling you, that girl is pregnant. I can bet my allowance, Bimbo said. You are betting. Last time you lost your meat pie, Kimi teased. But low-key, her face has changed, another girl added. And she has always been tired now. Tired or used, Kemi said with a smack. They burst into laughter. God abeg, this school no go spoil me. Too late for some people, Bimbo replied. More laughter. Tara sat quietly on her bed listening. You're too quiet, Kemi said. Normally, now you go analyze everything. Tara smiled faintly. Why una dey act surprised? Meaning, Bimbo asked. Tara shrugs. Some girls carry desperation for head. You think she planned it? Another asked. I think she's not as innocent as she looks. Then there was a pause. But that night, something was off, Sha, Kemi said. Tara's eyes snapped at her. Off how? I don't know. The way she was moving, like she know dey herself. A brief silence followed. I beg. Don't start defending her, Bimbo cotton. I'm not. I'm just saying. Tara stood up suddenly. Whatever happened, happened. She walked out, and the moment she stepped out, her expression changed. Back in the office, the door was locked and the air felt tight. Ma, why did you lock the door? Amara asked quietly. Yesterday, Amy turned slowly. Because what we're about to discuss is not for the whole school. Then she said, you might be pregnant. The word hit like a bomb. Amara breathing stopped. No. Have you missed your period? Amara didn't answer, and that silence was enough. Miss Adeyemi said, listen to me carefully. If this is true and the school finds out, You will be expelled. Expelled? Amara repeated in shock. Immediately, tears fell from her eyes. My parents will. Your parents don't have to know. Mrs. Adeyemi cut in firmly. Amara looked up. Hope mixed with fear. What do you mean? I can help you. Silence filled the room again, but something about the way she said it was not welcoming. At the school tap that evening, the gossip continued. Girls fetched water, buckets scattered around. I saw her with Mrs. Adeyemi today. Hey, it has reached that level. That woman know the smile. If she calls you, just know you are in trouble. Maybe they've confirmed it or more. This school sweet past Netflix. So they laughed. Imagine her parents hearing this. They would just faint. Amara walked past them, hearing everything. She said nothing, but her jaw tightened. Back in the office, Amara sat there, torn. How will you help me? She asked. Mrs. Adeyemi paused, choosing her words carefully. There are places. Places? Amara repeated. Where situations like this are handled, Mrs. Adeyemi said. Amara stiffened. You mean she couldn't even say it? Mrs. Adeyemi didn't say it either. Do you want to stay in this school? Yes, Amara whispered. Do you want your parents to find out? No, she said quickly. Mrs. Adeyemi nodded. Then you don't have many options. Tears rolled down Amara's face silently.